right now the time is short. So we have around 30 days. So before still exam. So revision and practice will go by line. What you need to do is you need to spare at least 3 hours a day. And yes, so means minimum 2 hours. And of course, at weekend, you can spare 5 hours, for example, to compensate that a day. You need to start with that and start with investment appraisal section. And, at this point of time, what you need to do is a bit quick revision of the topic, quick revision of the topic, and directly then shift towards practice questions. Practice questions at this stage, they are of prime importance. So quick review of the topic, for example, which aspect? Quick review of the topic, first, for example, investment appraisal, pros and cons of techniques. So exam question you shift. So exam questions have two parts. One is called calculations. Of course, they take maximum time of you while solving in the class. Okay. And then there is theoretical question. Theoretical questions in the investment appraisals, they keep repeating. For example, they say, what are the assumptions and limitations? Assumptions and limitation. You need to read a few of the answer to understand what is being discussed and how the scenario question. So these assumptions and limitations, they are embedded within scenario information provided to you. So that should be this discussion. So discussion should be scenario specific. Should be scenario specific, utilizing scenario information, utilizing scenario information. So remember this is very much important. If you are not utilizing, means yes, if you are not utilizing that well, scenario information while discussing, you won't get marks. You won't get marks. Let me tell you now. So that's why your focus should be there. If you are, for example, one question is you are solving a question of 25 marks. Okay. And in this section B, 25 mark question, there are 12 marks calculation, for example, and the remaining 10 marks are on theory. So 12 mark calculation, you are spending, for example, 1 hour initially. Of course, 1 hour will not be available in exam, or 45 minutes. Initially, you are starting. So the first few questions, they will take longer from you to be solved because you will be with the time you improve actually. And the 10 marks, majority students, they don't bother to spend 10 minutes even to understand what is to be written on the theoretical part. And these 10 marks matter a lot. So if you, 45 minutes, if you are spending on it, so you should be spending at least 20 minutes on it. Read it critically, carefully, that how question is being answered, how answer is being linked with the scenario. Linkage of question with answer, and answer is being utilizing, how it is utilizing the scenario information. That is very much important. Okay, now, so spend time on it. So in this way, if you see 25 mark question, you can easily solve in 1 hour. Okay, initially. And then I'm telling you really 2 hours. So in 1 hour, you can revise theories, means knowledge-based area of syllabus. You must spend initially time like this. And with the passage of time, when the knowledge base area will be covered, you will double the time on the question. You will start doing 2 questions per day. Means in 3-4 days, theoretical theories will be completed. You need not to spend this time. And 22 questions of 25 mark each daily, or 150 mark case study. But 50 mark case study you cannot do initially because it utilizes the 2 areas normally of the syllabus. You can do it in the last 10 days of last 10 days before exam. You can do 10 50 marks case studies covering different areas to master them, because they'll be utilizing the different areas of the syllabus. Now, so after doing this, for example, you spend 1 week on it. It means you will be solving around 10 scenarios on it, which is 25 marks. This is minimum. This is the minimum. I would suggest you initially spend 1 week, then come back to the mergers and acquisitions and reconstructions. Do these areas together because they're interlinked questions. Spend 1 week on it and solve at least 10 questions on it. Okay? 2 weeks gone. Now comes the risk management area, currency risk and interest rate risk. So remaining 1 week, 3 weeks it will be round. So 1 week you should be spending on it. They are more about calculation, less about theory. Some theory is there. So their theory may take only daily 30 minutes, 2 questions daily. So 15 questions you should solve on it. Okay? Then go for 1 week. I told you 10 days. So make it 7 days again. So 7 days, 7 case studies. 7 days again, 7 section A case studies. With theory, again, some theoretical topics are there. Risk management, and there is treasury management, like such theoretical questions are there. Theoretical areas. Revision, preparation, and revision. Now, so still there are a few days. What you need to do? There is some questions on BSOP. Some question on dividend capacity. Dividend capacity is directly linked to the merger and acquisitions, where you calculate free cash flow to equity. So two questions you can solve on the both. And latest 2 past exam paper with examiner reports. This should be the way. This is how you should go for it. And you can crack this paper easily if you follow this plan. Majority students, they suffer in exam. Why? First reason is they have not practiced enough question. So they struggle reading the question. They get lost reading the question. That is the problem. The second most reason for failure in AFM is that is theoretical topics, questions. Their answers are not linked to scenario, linked or applied to scenario. They are general discussion only from the book or the notes. Third reason is poor time management. Now, poor time management occurs just one reason. This is the reason one. When you don't practice, first question, 25-mark question, you may solve in 1.5 hours even. The second will take lesser time. Third will take further shrink time. Practice, practice, and practice. So what happens? Students, they start reading answers only. They start reading only Excel sheets prepared by the teacher. And then we will be able to solve it. Please, learning the lesson of swimming, if you are doing that, you have to jump into the water. You can watch all the techniques of swimming from different angle, different videos, but when you jump into water, you fail. This is the reason why a student, now this is a problem with the student. Their teachers are providing Excel sheets. Students are reading the Excel sheets, reading answers of student teacher, written, typed, but they are not solving them under exam condition. So hence, when the time comes, they fail. They fail, actually. And I'm sorry to say, they pathetically fail. So bear that in your mind. So minimum 2 hours daily you need to start. If you can spend 3 hours, that is great. And weekend 4 to 5 hours. And in my opinion, I have given you a plan of, if you can see, 10, 20, 35, around 50 scenarios I have given you a plan of. And these can be solved in 30 days where every day counts. You cannot say, I will do tomorrow. No, today. Today's task will be done today. Yes, any other question, please, anyone? I hope I have answered your question. Kirti, I think I'm sorry your name if I'm not mispronouncing, right? Yes, welcome. Yes. Any other question, anyone? Related to the syllabus, related to the previous lectures? Welcome. Yes, Nigar, do you have any question? Yes, please. Go on. Open
Yes,
your mic. Yes,
yes.
please
Good
ask.
morning, everyone. Yes, I have regarding the syllabus, I have two questions. How should we approach while doing the questions? Since this is the last month and we are doing revision, I mean, we have to work parallelly while we are reading, and then we have to open the Excel and start doing it like we are doing in the video, or we have to, under exam situation, we have to just
Very good
read
question. Very
once
good question.
and then
Very good
start
question.
doing. This is the first question. Yes.
First of all, when you go to the question, read the requirements part. Always start with requirements. What are the requirements? Try to grasp the requirements, first of all. Okay? When requirement is in your mind, then you actually visualize that what will be I need to be doing to solve this question. Use in the calculations, normally you can visualize answer if you have done practice. Okay, you know the steps, the information required, data needed. So visualizing, you actually visualize that what information and data I need from this scenario. But remember, you are projecting it based on your experience. You must be open for some unusual information in scenario. Two. Remember that. And you should start filtering out all that information which is related to requirement. For example, it is a question about NPV. My suggestion is read full scenario, full exhibit, whatever it is, related to NPV, for example, question, so that you can have all information and have a bigger picture. Let me tell you why I have sent. Don't start writing information instantly over there. Yes, you can do one thing. If you want to prepare a data table in the Excel sheet, just copy and pasting over there. You can do that. No worries. But remember that you cannot start solving anything, because sometime information given in the first paragraph, some additional information about to that is given in the second last paragraph or last paragraph. So this both information has to be utilized in conjunction with each other while doing calculation and solving the question. So if you start solving question based on the first paragraph, and at the end, and you do spend some time in solution, some calculations, and when you read this paragraph, second last, then you say, oh my God, it is getting something reversed. Some additional things to be done. Now you will become panic over there in exam. This is my personal experience, I'm telling you. When I was a student, I have done this mistake in one of my exam. Wasted one full hour. Then we used to solve on the paper at that time. Although I passed that exam, fortunately, it was SBR. Okay, so that's why reading the scenario so that you can utilize, and your examiner says there is analysis and evaluation skill. Professional skills. I don't teach professional skills separately. That is blunder if you're teaching that separately. Professional skeptics says analysis and evaluation skills are core part of solving the question. They are not something adding cherry on the top of cake. No, they are not something addition, some dessert after the main course of the meal. No, they are part and parcel of writing the answer. So analysis and evaluation skill says that student must be utilizing information about a matter given in all paragraphs dispersed across different areas. That is analysis and evaluation skill, one aspect. Okay, if you try, you get professional marks as well. Okay, now, so I hope you got the answer to your question. Uh, Uh, am I able to respond to your question, Nigar?
Yes, thank you, sir. It was very helpful. And what do you
Yes.
think? How much time we should spend on reading the question?
Okay. Okay. Two questions are there. One from Nigar, one from Vishnu. So with Nigar's question, I will respond. Then I'll come to your question, Vishnu. Okay. So how much time for reading? Very good question. Now, how much time for the reading? Remember, we must be on toes from first minute of exam. The blunder students too, when the exam is starting, they are very a bit, they're not on their toes. They go over there, they spend 1 hour, 2 hours, they waste, they mess up their paper, and then they become panic. In the last 1 hour, they say, oh my God, so much to do to be done. No, this is wrong approach. What is my approach? Remember, we need to read the scenario once only. That's why we need to highlight important information when we are reading. Okay, so that when we are solving, we get information easily highlighted. We did not to go deep down, read information. And when we are reading information, we have to keep linking with the visualized answer. Remember that. And the next point. The next point is when you are reading that scenario, For example, the 50 marks case study. You have 15 minutes extra, 3 or 15 minutes paper it is. I normally ask my student, spend 15 minutes maximum on reading and analyzing it. Then you have 90 minutes for writing it. For 50 marks case study. And there are 50 marks, there are 40 marks basically technical. There are 40 marks technical. So for the 40 marks, you have got 2 minutes per mark. 2 minutes per mark. So now you can save time. If you act proactively, you can save time from it. They are 105 minutes, okay, in total. In my opinion, you should be solving it 95 minutes max. You should save 10 minutes. You should try to. If you are unable to complete some parts, for example, there are three parts of the question, you should sub-allocate time. Sub-allocate time. The first part is, for example, 10 marks. How many time? How much time? 20 minutes. Not more than that. Where 20 minutes finished, you should not spend no more time for it. Leave it. Move to second part. Move to second part. And for example, that is 12 marks. Spend 24 minutes there. If you can save time here, then you can come back and spend that time here. Otherwise, do not complete one part of the question at the cost of another part. Never do it. Give each part its due time. Section B, 90 minutes. Sorry, section B. 90 minutes, two questions. So question 2 and question 3. 45 minutes, 45 minutes. They're small scenarios, we know. And they can be, you can read them in 5 to 7 minutes. Maximum. This skimming and reading the passage, this ability improves when you do a lot of practice. Okay? You can do that. And the remaining time you distribute as per the part again. Remember, I repeat again, never complete one part which is where you have already spent the allocated time at the cost of another part. If you save time somewhere else, yes, come back to the same part and you can spend that saved your time. And the last thing, based on my experience, some points in AFM exam, they are such that where you get stuck, they are mandatory. Only the lucky people can survive. Means they may not face such points. Okay? Examiner has added this complexity every time. But remember that the lucky and wise student, what they do, they don't get trapped there. Don't waste time there. If you are able to understand whatever coming to your mind, solve it. Write assumption over there that I have assumed this. And move on. Remember that. Move on. And the next point is, yes, when you move on, when you complete your paper, and remember, what as a teacher of AFM, I have taught that now it is 16th year. After AFM exam, majority students are clueless. whether I have solved the question properly. Then they start discussing with each other. What was answer of that area? What was written? Never discuss it. Because AFM exam does not depend on one perfect answer. Because one small error in one working will cause the whole answer different. But it will not, your marks will not be deducted. Only deducted where one working, only for that one working. For example, working capital you are calculating, you calculated wrong. You put that in the net cash flows. No, net cash flows are wrong. Present value is wrong. NPV is wrong. IRR is wrong. MIRR is wrong. Okay? Means that that will not be matching with the answer, will not be matching with the same answer. So you will not get marks. No, it is not like that. You will get marks. Only the working capital management, working capital cash flow, which you calculated incorrect. For example, it had 2 marks in the marking scheme. For example, 1 or 2 marks. Only these will be deducted. So don't get upset by discussing it with others. Okay? Now, so continuing error marks will not be deducted. Each step has its own marks. Okay? Examiner is not interested that exact same answer. Examiner is interested in knowing this student can follow the process of calculation properly, conceptually, can discuss, can analyze as well. That's it. Okay, now I hope, Nigar, I have given your answer to this question as well. Right now, the next is the question is sometimes we don't have questions. We have questions that we do not know how to tackle them, especially in theoretical. How should we proceed? Okay, now let me give you answer to this question. Very good question it is. It happens. I agree. I agree that some theoretical questions are unusual in exam. Unusual. You know, so how to deal? What they are about normally? Normally, they are given some situation is explained, views of directors are given, for example, or shareholders. Actually, they are utilizing your knowledge that as a finance professional, can you respond to that situation with logic? So they are basically testing your knowledge of finance, financial framework, related to finance. So you have to try to learn the situation, give logic, and discuss that. And there is no one correct answers to that. That may be about dividend policy. That may be about financing the working capital. That may be about the financing the project. Okay, so somehow they will be utilizing your knowledge of your finance, but you have not to reproduce that knowledge here. Okay, so you have to discuss the views, pros and cons. That's it. And remember, there is 1 mark per valid point. Valid point properly explained. That's it. And remember, you will find normally one requirement like this in exam. In worst, and that may be of maybe 8 to 10 marks maximum. In worst situation, there might be 2 requirements like this and may not cross 12 marks. But remember, still you have, if it is 12 marks, minimum 85 marks, and you how much you need? You need 50 marks to pass paper. Still you can pass. Got it? Is that okay? Welcome. Any other question?
Yes, I have another questions. Uh, which question in the exam we should start first? B section or A section? What's your
That's your own choice. What I do is, because I'm very well prepared for my exam, I always start with the section A. I always do. First 15 marks, because that is half of your paper. Okay? This is what we do. Some other student teachers may guide section B. So that's not a rocket science, actually. Okay? Not such hard and fast rule for it. My approach is solving 50 marks question first.
Okay, thank you very much. Another question is that I would like to practice already in CB platform when I am doing the questions, but when I'm opening that platform, it's like there's specific past paper questions. I cannot find a blank sheet where I can do questions. Is there one or I cannot find?
There should be, I think. There used to be, sorry. There used to be like this. Let me check. So I can, help you after the class about it. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. Also, I would like to ask about the theoretical part of the syllabus when they will be available, including
Today
dividend
itself.
policy.
Today itself. I will upload it today.
Okay, do we
Okay.
have lectures for dividend policy also?
There should be part
Ah,
of that.
okay, great. Thank you very much. And then I have another questions, practice questions. I have sent you screen. Two questions. I was
One question, let me share it with everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm, just a minute. This is the one screenshot sent by the student. This is about the question from your APV area, Tipple Time Company. And the requirement is the second, your question is about this requirement that it may be financed with the dividend. Your question is that it be the case in APV question, financing through convertible bonds? It has never been tested. Even it is said over here, not calculations, only discussions are needed. Okay? Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay, but in case
No,
sometimes
it
they
it,
will
it
say
it will not be tested at
it
all.
will not be
If they do tell, they will tell you that what is it. You have to calculate interest payments and interest on what you call it, tax saving on interest payments. That's it. Nothing else. No tax saving on interest and interest cost. What where you calculate present value of tax shield. Got it?
yes, yes.
That's
So
easy. Even if it is convertible bond or any other bond, that's the same.
okay, yes.
Okay.
Issue costs,
The,
if there will be some, we will take into consideration. Yes.
say it again, please.
Issue costs will be there. We will take consideration of them also, as we do normally.
Again, I
Also
have
standard.
given answer of that to you. In some questions, examiner gives margin of that issue cost, right? So if you gross up that, of course, if issue cost is separate, you have not to gross up. If that is to be raised as well, you have to gross up. Okay. So in some answers, just like you shared with me one
Yes, yes.
previously, there is difference. And I stand with my answer, which I have given you, that I will take the whole amount and charge interest and tax shield for that. If it is me. Okay. Okay. This is the Brandon Company question. Okay. Why we are locking the, I don't know, what is it? Why I don't understand that. That we are locking the rate specifically here is 5.9%. Okay. Here effectively becomes 6.3%. Let me open the Brandon Company. Brandon Company. Yes. Okay, very easy. Got it. Remember, we have to, what is being hedged? Always base rate or interbank rate is being hedged. Got it? We are hedging that. Always. That should be clear. But here, but what the company actually pays, that is something additional to this. Base rate plus something. So here, base rate, company can borrow at base rate plus 4.4%. They are locking it 5.9%. That is the base rate plus 0.4%. 36.3% directly. Got
Ah,
it?
that was variable. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, thank you. Otherwise, I was thinking that how comes? Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I missed that
Welcome.
part.
Welcome.
That
Welcome.
was
Welcome.
variable. Thank you very much.
So, yes. Any other question, anyone? All right. I thoroughly enjoyed today's session. It is lovely to talk to you people. The theoretical portion will be uploaded today itself. Don't you worry. And I am available. I will see that I need to conduct next week class as well, live session or not. Okay. I intend to do if I'm, if needed. Okay. So you can simply, all of you can find out your queries, question, WhatsApp me. We can connect on Zoom. I am here for any sort of help. All right. God bless you. Take
Thank you
care.
very much.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.